21, Tambeling. At forward number 16, Mike Sorela. Point guard number 4, NICO, the Flash ELORDE. Playing center number 5, Larry Rodriguez. And at forward number 7, Kyle Tolentino. The head coach is Honorable Councilor Elvis Tolentino. His assistants are Boying Diloy, Rizal Castro, Peter Delegero, Apple Coronado, Don Tolentino, and Ray Javier. Team consultant, Noy Pito. The team manager.
Starting 5 is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Parañaque has ALLAN, MANGAHAS, SHAQ, ALLANES, JESSIE, SAITANAN, JOMAR, SANTOS, and Wilson, BALTAZAR. Gensan will begin the game with NICO, ELORDE, Tambeling, Larry Rodriguez, Kyle Tolentino, and Mike Sorela.
This has been a familiar starting unit para kay Coach Elvis Tolentino. Ang wala lang dito, ang nagbago, Ping Masaglang will come off the bench while Tambeling will be starting this game for the Gensan Warriors. Samantala sa kabila naman, Parañaque coming off with a very strong starting unit in this game. Quite a tall lineup actually with both Wilson Baltazar and Jomar Santos in the wings together with ALLAN, MANGAHAS and SHAQ Alanes.
Tolentino nagmamadali agad after that ALLANES turnover.
Well, important that Gensan will be starting off pushing the pace. They don't want to let Parañaque get any confidence in this game.
I was quite disappointed actually with the body language of ALLANES. As soon as he turned the ball over, he just stood up. Parang wala na nangyari.
That's something that I also have been very disappointed with him over the years. You know, minsan talaga pag hindi siya gumagana sa opensa, there's nothing for him to be motivated about going back on the other side of the floor to play defense. And I can confidently say that about him dahil naging kabatch ko rin naman yan dati. Part of that junior NBA national camp batch we had in 2008.
Yes, Jomar Santos is fouled or by is whistle for the foul on NICO ELORDE na kontra-tempo siya dun ni NICO ELORDE right here. He's making through up until he gets an angle. Namaan.
Yeah, what about NICO ELORDE this season, Sidelf? I mean, perhaps his best season yet in his MPBL career, no? In terms, especially of scoring the basketball.
Oh, and I think it's, you know, he has won a lot of games for Gensan this season. I'm not sure if the best player awards match yung kanyang mga naipanalo na game, because usually, you know, guys like Kyle Tolentino get the accolade because of a lot of their scoring, but you know, ito si NICO time and again is really just the anchor of this team.
You're right. His contributions go way beyond the stat sheet. Just his mere presence on the floor. Offensively, he makes sure that the flow continues para sa kanilang koponan. Defensively, he is always very vocal. He makes sure everybody is in place. He makes sure everybody has their man. He makes sure that the rotations are pure and crisp. And that's just what he brings to this team. Ever since, yan naman na talaga ang naging calling card ni NICO ELORDE way back in high school when he was still with Zobel. That's the reason why he has always been connected to championship teams.
And ako personally, you know, si NICO ELORDE, the observation here in the MPBL really is yung mga guardia, like point guards, floor generals, they are a premium dito sa ating liga. You can say that daming guardia dito sa MPBL, but you know, gem to rare tong mga tulad ni NICO ELORDE na kayang, you know, mag-control ng laro, you know, get his own shot, and at the same time create for other players and defend on the other side of the floor.
Tama ka dyan. They are a treasure in this league. They have come far and few. Yung mga ganyang klaseng guardia dito sa MPBL. And I'm sure Coach Elvis realizes that, being a former point guard himself.
Oo. And kasi may mga point guards tayo nakikita dito na they're really good defensively. They command the floor, particularly the offense of their team. Pero sa depensa, hindi din ganun ka taas ang level.
Mismo. Kumbaga, kulang na yung mga klase ng guardia na ala John Stockton or might I say Jason Kidd for the more modern guys. Guys who can affect the game on both sides.
Tolentino's able to score that three-pointer. ELORDE making things happen again with that assist. Larry Rodriguez. Uy! Parang minus 5 years yung galaw ni Kuya Larry doon. 9-4 para sa Warriors.
Well, in my opinion, the reason why he has been able to play at this level, at this kind of level for so long, the reason for his longevity is because the pace at which his game goes has always been the same. Parang una ko siya nakita maglaro, parehong-pareho na hanggang ngayon. Di nagbago yung bilis. It has been the same all throughout.
Yeah. And even here with Gensan, I know Gensan plays at a frenetic pace, but they also shoot a lot of threes.
Yeah.
So, yung isa sa mga reason na yun, actually si Kuya Larry nila.
Yeah, I think they love having him here. It's because throughout all the up and down, throughout all that fast pace that they like to play, isa si Larry sa mga stabilizing forces nitong team na to. When everything needs to calm down, at least in their front line, isa siya sa inaasahan ni Coach Elvis na sabihin sa kanyang mga teammates, especially when he's on the floor na, teka lang, okay, let's calm down.
Mike Sorela puts it in, 11-7. High scoring first 3 minutes. May mga games na 3 minuto, yung pareho ko pa rin, di makashoot. Ito, combining for 18 points already. Now make that 20 as Gensan increases the lead 13-7. This game is off to a frenetic start. Assist of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Half of the points of Gensan coming from the interior, almost zero defense in the inside para sa Parañaque Patriots. That's why the lead is at 6 right now for the Warriors heading into this timeout.
Classic Coach Elvis Tolentino moment after their tough loss to Quezon. Talagang frustrated at napagalitan nga daw ang tropa. Gritty game naman from both teams pero sadyang lumitaw daw ang top-notch execution and confidence ng Quezon, especially sa dulo. Sabi nga nila sa South Division daw ngayon, 1 miss and you'll die. Kaya talagang bawal na ang kahit anong lapses. Pero on a lighter note, may mga funny highlight moments pa rin naman sila this week. For the longest time, sinasabihan daw ni Coach Elvis, Sigama Evangelista na magpagupit ka ng matapang. Well, guess what? Nagpakalbo itong si Gama and now kamukha na daw niya ang mga assistant coaches ng Gensan. Well, at least, di ba? Unity in battle and unity in look na din sila. Sir Ralph, Javi?
I can't wait to see. Hindi ko pa siya nakikita.
Nakita ko. Actually, ang angas niya. Ang angas niya.
Oo nga, no?
Ang angas niya. Wow.
I did not notice during warm-ups. There you go.
The schoolboy look is gone.
It's gone. It's far gone. This is now like a character out of Prison Break, actually.
Galing may sundalo look. Well, it actually fits him, huh?
Yeah, and I think, Coach Elvis also thinks that for his team to add a little more spunk, importante yung mga players niya, they look the part. They have to, because if you look like nice guys, coming in, obviously playing like that is something different, but there's something to, first impressions really do matter sometimes, right, Sidel?
Yeah. Parang yung first impression mo sa mo?
Sa ano?
Sa...
Sa ano?
sa LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL.
Ay, talaga naman maganda ang uniform natin na sa LGR. Maraming
Yan yung mga
salamat.
dapat tinatanong, yung mga first impression kay Miss P dapat tinatanong yan. Miss Lyra Ponsalan. 1/3 of the Team P.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ay, basta ang alam ko, hindi kasama si Javi dun eh.
Hindi na nga eh.
1/4 daw.
Nalabas ako eh.
Tatlo lang ang panel eh. 1/3 lang. Ano ka pa? 16-7. Pero grabe grabe yung coverage sa Batangas ha. Enjoy na enjoy lahat ng tao.
Well,
Alam mo yung the post that we made on the MPBL social media account that Levy Hernandez game-winning play yesterday reached 1 million views.
intense. Absolutely crazy.
Ganon katindi. Yung ano na yon, yung play na yon.
It was something out of a Brad Stevens playbook, as mentioned by Coach Mike. Excellent call, by the way. Galing kay Coach Mike Perez dun sa pag-observe nung sideline out of bounds to win that game for the Batangas City Tadwairo Masters. Just a little variation, no? Instead of up and down, nag-cut sa loob. And there you see Micol Sorela. That's a pass coming from Nico Elorde. He has just been absolutely comfortable in threading the needle here in this game with passes like that.
4 assists already para kay Nico. He could have brought out the goggles and okay lang sa akin. Nico, little hang time there. Kyle with the offensive rebound and he put back para kay Kyle Tolentino. They've actually laki na ng ano dito, production ng Gensan. 20 points. On pace for a 40-point quarter.
Shooting above almost 50% actually in this game, 8
Well,
out of 17.
Well, Parañaque is taking bad shots.
Horrible shots that enable the Gensan Warriors to go out in transition dahil wala rin namang safety ang nangyayari dito for the Patriots. After the shot goes up, there's not really anybody from the guys in white who are trying to get back on defense.
There's really no conscious effort really to get a good, you know, na may itakbong play eh. 15-second violation.
A very rare mistake coming from Larry Rodriguez in terms of reading the defense. Usually that's a shot that he would take.
The fast break of the game is brought to you by Extreme X-Pop Personal Karaoke Speaker. Everyday karaoke. Balikan ko lang yung report ni Lyra kanina because sabi ni Coach Elvis about, you know, one miss you die dito sa South Division. Eh nakita natin kung gaano kahigpit doon, Avi.
It really is very stacked there. I'm telling
Mas
you,
mahigpit pa sa nung nagsi-skinny jeans. Nung uso pa yung skinny jeans.
that is a terrific analogy. Mukhang na-miss mo, ah.
Ay, hindi.
Kasi matindi rin naman talaga. You know, we have Batangas City, after that win, they're 12-7 right now. But below them, we have Gensan, Rizal, Binyan, all at 11-7. While the Mindoro Tamaras under them are at 11-9. Muntinlupa is at 10-7. They're gonna try and crash the party with that game later against Pasay. If they win that, they're gonna also tie those teams that I mentioned. Gensan, Rizal, Binyan at 11-7. But of course, if Gensan wins today, they will climb up to 12-7, tied with Batangas City.
Grabe. Kaya crucial yung panalo ng ano eh, ng
Rum Masters.
Ram Masters sa ano eh.
And they really needed that. Of course, it hasn't been a season which they expected it to be. Itong Tanduay Rum Masters. But, you know, Coach Cholo Villanueva and his squad, they have endured through the tough moments. And having won against the defending champions certainly reminds themselves of their capability that they are able to keep in step with the top teams here in the league. Not just keep in step, but also get victories over them.
First basket para kay Marvin Janicio. You know, always itong Batangas, they are a perennial favorite, perennial contender sa ating liga. So, I always expect them to figure prominently dun sa labanan for the championship. This is a three-point shot brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances.
James Mangas has been with Parañaque from the start of the season, one of the very few players who have stayed on with this franchise since the start of this year. And he's hoping that a little bit more addition will, the additions that they got during the window will be able to help them get over the hump. But so far, they haven't seen that improvement yet.
Evangelista for 2. Off the feed from Joel Liu.
First 2 points in that new haircut, huh? Would have loved the dunk, though.
Wiwili ka sa dunk, ha? Wala si Christian Manaytay dito. Sabado pa siya lalaro.
I'm expecting another slam there. Ikaw nga yung slam magnet, eh.
The play of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Ikaw naman ang magnet pag maraming maraming magagandang mga nanonood. Yan. Yan ang yan ang calling card mo, Mr. Palania.
Dinali mo na naman ako dyan, ha? Well, I'm very excited to watch that game on Saturday, that Nueva versus Abra game. And I'm sure it's also going to be a treat listening to you and Christian Luanzon after a very long time, ha?
Oo nga.
Na-miss ko yung tandem ninyo.
Nandito na siya ulit, eh. Nandito na siya ulit, eh. Sabi ko, bumalik ka pa.
Tsaka panigurado, sa tagal niya nawala, nakaipon niya na maraming tito jokes.
Marami yun. Marami yun. 26-13 with 2 minutes remaining in the first period. Lamang ang Gensan Warriors against the Patriots. Gensan's last game last week dun sa Quezon Convention Center in Lucena suffered an 82-86 loss to the Quezon Huskers led by LJ Gonzalez. Gensan outmaneuvered dun sa dulo ng game na yun.
Yeah, and they were down 90% of the game actually, only got the lead during that first quarter. It was a highly physical match, but Quezon just was able to outsmart them and stay strong in the end game. It was just a well-fought battle for the Huskers on a successful homestand against the Gensan Warriors.
They're taking their time. Referee Alan Manzano supervising the cleanup job dun sa harap ng Parañaque bench.
Isa yun sa mga pinaka-meticulosong referee natin dito.
Oo.
Siyempre.
Always with a smile on his face.
Ay, oo. I've never seen him with a frown, actually.
Oo.
Especially when he's on the floor. Ah.
Very,
Yan yung default itsura niya.
Oo. Nagama Evangelista. He's kept the stash a bit.
Oh, yeah.
So, para makompleto yung parang military look.
I wonder how that conversation ensued, no? Coach Elvis telling him, pagupit ka ng...
Para medyo maangas.
Oh.
Torado. Nice pass to Papa. That is off.
Oh, Coach Elvis is on the floor. He's asking for a challenge.
No. Actually, inihingi niya na i-overturn agad ni... Why are they reviewing it though?
Yeah, because there was someone right in front of that play. There was a referee right in front of that play. They should have made a decision right away.
Tingnan natin nangyari dito. Good catch actually by Papa. Oh, na-dribble niya na sa labas.
Very obvious right there on that replay. And Liu is also adamant that ganun nga yung nangyari. Bira lang yan magsabi ng ganyan.
Si Leo.
Oh, dead joke lang. Mahal ko yan.
Grabe oh, nagdidemand ng sub sa referee oh, Liu. Coaches challenge. Magbabalik kami for the result.
The Gensan Warriors challenge was successful. There was a warning on Gensan Warriors for improper bench decorum.
So it's a successful challenge. As Alan Papa dribbles it outside.
Yeah, absolutely no doubt about it. I think Coach Elvis is trying to argue with referee Alan Manzano na dapat siguro wala ng challenge eh.
So ngayon,
At least he gets to keep another challenge for later in the game.
well, referee Efren Aganan has been replaced by Zen Manansala. Mark Cruz fires a three. That won't go. Cinco with a rebound. Parañaque down by 12 here. Minute and 20 remaining in the ball game.
Another reason why Quezon had their way almost the entire game against Gensan sa kanilang huling laro. It was because of the absence of the offense of Mark Cruz, only 1 for 6 in that game.
For Gensan, lalo na sa kanila, no? Their three-point shooting has to click.
Yes, sir.
Doon talaga nanggagaling ang opportunities nila as Marvin Janicio puts it in plus the foul.
Because knocking down those threes enables guys like Larry Rodriguez space to operate, and it also allows them driving lanes to the basket for guys like Joel Liu.
Mangahas fires. That won't go. Early shot clock lagi ang tira ng Parañaque. Liu. Labas kay Cruz. The ball fake. Torado right there trying to challenge. Janicio to the corner. Liu gets it to go.
Okay, I am really now slowly turning into a believer of that improved shooting of his. Akala ko nung dati, ano lang eh, tsamba-tsamba lang talaga.
Ganun talaga pagkaibigan eh. Ikaw daw ang huling susuporta.
Tough love lang naman.
Oh, Janicio muffs the layup. 10 seconds. 5. Gets it to Papa. Papa drives to the corner. Castro got it. Parañaque with a late surge here in the first period. It's still Gensan with the lead. Pero maganda yung pagtapos ng Parañaque dito sa quarter na to.
Tolentino, he set the tone for the Gensan Warriors, enabling them to get on a hot start, scored 10 points. First few minutes of the game actually, shooting 50%, also contributing on the defensive end. His long arms really helped them in terms of getting turnovers and forcing Parañaque into errors. 11 ang kalamangan nila dito heading into the second quarter.
Get a special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. Nagbabalik ang Liga ng mga Pilipino dito sa Pasay Astrodome. Gensan Warriors with an 11-point lead against the Parañaque Patriots ang Pasay maglalaro din mamaya.
Will be parading their new look squad against a Muntinlupa team that is also looking for a victory to try and climb up the team standings after what was a very strong start para sa kanila, then facing the stronger teams in this stretch of the season. It has been a difficult time for the Muntinlupa Cagers.
Tolentino to Felix Aprecu. Jimil Kosip. Eloy Tan. Kosip launches the three. That won't go. MJ Homo with the rebound. Homo stepped on the line.
You just hate turnovers like that. Sometimes even if it's your point guard committing it, you actually expect more and trying to be more aware of the space that they're in on the floor.
Eloy Tan to inbound. On the side, here's Tolentino. Spin inside, little hang time. Tapos ang kanyang tira, Aprecu. Labas kay Eloy Tan, shot fake. Spin move, no good. Rodriguez, pabandang tira, wala pa rin. Tolentino, 5 opportunities there for Parañaque. For Gensan rather, unable to make it count. 5 airballs the 3. And Papa was wide open. 5. And buti na lang. Jeric 5 able to score his first basket of the game.
Buti na lang talaga. But the general trend really for Parañaque in this game has been 1 to 2 passes max before a guy takes the shot. It doesn't really go around a lot. But actually, this is a very manageable deficit for them to come back in. Despite that, it's really the lack of playing defense here and finishing it with defensive rebounds. They just keep allowing Gensan multiple possessions due to those offensive rebounds that they're giving up, and these turnovers also na binibigay nila.
Tan gets it to draw plus the foul. I don't like that they are getting too casual with the basketball.
They are indeed. You see here, Tolentino, that's a good challenge by Papa, but 5 failing to grab that defensive rebound, enabling Eloy Tan, who has been one heck of a workhorse off the bench para kay Coach Elvis Tolentino. Dati niyang bata to sa Marikina eh.
Let's check in with Miss Lyra Punsalan.
Parañaque may not have much wins yet, but what Coach Nelpi values most is the heart and hustle his players show night in, night out. Even sa gitna ng kanilang consistent losses, lagi niyang binibigyang pansin yung effort na hindi daw nawawala. Sabi nga niya, lagi kong nakikita yung mga players ko na nagtatry kahit pagod na hindi sumusuko. For Coach Nelpi, it's more than just the final score. It's about the growth and character being built. Dahil doon, proud siya at optimistic sa progress ng team kahit papaano. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Naira. There are different coaches with different mentality na binibigay nila sa kupunan nila. Obviously, for the Parañaque side, there's not a lot of expectation. Ang maganda lang, they are growing together as a unit.
Eventually, growing together has to get them some wins if they want to be more competitive here in this league. But at least there's some positive things to this journey that they're going on in together.
Yeah. Other teams cannot afford that, Javi. Yung growing together. Nah. You have to win. Now.
Exactly. And sometimes people can't understand that it doesn't really matter if you have the pieces that will get you to those wins. Obviously, on paper, a lot of the teams have already tried to do that, but it's really the chemistry that you have to develop that's very important. And sometimes you don't really need all big names to succeed.
Book that 3 para kay Nico Elorde, 39-24. Papa. He'll take the shot. And Elorde secures the rebound. MJ Homo is whistled for the personal. Yan, balik ulit si Wilson Baltazar. Giab is also in the game.
Well, this fast pace for Parañaque, tinatry rin naman nila sabayan ata itong Gensan, but it has not given Baltazar a lot of touches.
Giab able to secure the rebound. Alanes fires a three from way downtown. Long rebound. Eloy Tan ahead to Tolentino for two. And that has been the theme of the game for Parañaque. Just one ball screen up top and then take the shot. Long rebound, transition, Gensan, basket.
A lot of the times when the point guard does that, it really demoralizes their other teammates to try and go back down on defense dahil di nga man lang nila nahawakan yung bola. Lalo na pag naghahabol ka, that really is a bummer. Also seeing that nobody getting into Nico Elorde's grill to even try and challenge that shot.
Na 9 points na para kay Nico Elorde. It's a 20-point lead. Nagballoon na yung kalamangan dito ng Gensan.
Just when I was saying just a few moments ago that despite Parañaque's playing in this game, they were only down by 9 points, but that has to be a welcome sign. Baltazar scoring his first basket of the game. He needs more touches.
So timeout here for the Warriors. Fast break of the game is brought to you by Extreme X Play on-the-go speaker. Take your music anywhere. Tolentino is up to 14 points in the ball game. 5 minutes and 11 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Pac is back. 8-division champ Manny Pacquiao makes his triumphant return. In his way stands WBC champion Mario Barrios. Plus Fundora versus Zoo 2 in an epic rematch.
What a gutsy battle!
And Pitbull runs it back against Angel Fierro.
Can you say fight of the year?
It's a stacked night of hard-hitting title fights.
Pac is back. This July 20, Manny Pacquiao steps back into the ring to challenge Mario El Azteca Barrios for the WBC Welterweight Championship. You can watch the fight live via Blast TV pay-per-view this coming July 20, Sunday at 8 a.m. Just download the Blast TV app. Available on Google Play and the App Store. Ganda yan.
Very excited to see that for sure. You-mention mo nga kahit yung mga undercard, maganda rin.
Ganda. Ganda yun, yung Fundura versus Chu. Hindi Jeyo, Chu. Ano yun?
Ibang laban naman yung pupunta ni Jeyo Chu. Pupunta naman siya ng Jones Cup after ng laban nila bukas. Tama ba ako?
After sa Saturday.
I believe they will be taking the first flight out, right?
Yeah. Diba, pag basketball player ka, buhay lagari
talaga. Ay, mismo
yan.
talaga.
No, that's gonna be a fun night or fun morning here in Manila.
Oh, yeah. Gotta miss seeing everything stopping when a Manny Pacquiao fight happens. No cars on the road, nothing really happening. Everybody just glued to their screens or at the cinemas or wherever they are, just trying to catch Manny Pacquiao go back in the ring. That should be spectacular action, seeing Boss Manny in his comeback fight.
44-28. Lee Yu drives right at Baltazar, using the right hand there to ward off Baltazar. Gamitan ng konting gulang doon.
Ayan naman talaga ang go-to move niya actually. When he's going left, he really uses his body to try and create some separation. Diyan sa magaling talaga eh. He doesn't really have a lot of moves. Hindi siya masyado gumagamit ng mga sidestep. Yung spin medyo konti. At least na panahon namin. Ngayon dumadami na. Ayan, magkakaroon din ng ganyan.
Ayan na naman, Joel Liu.
Which is why it just makes me so happy, you know, seeing him continue to develop and continue to flourish now as a professional basketball player.
Homo, 5 seconds to shoot. Naagaw ni Gama Evangelista. And MJ Homo able to tie him up for the jump ball. (46-28). Diab is replaced by James Mangahas. Jomar Santos gets it to James Wilson up against Liu. And Mark Cruz sticking close to Homo. 4 on the shot clock. Alanes, he'll fire a 3. Got it!
Sa lahat ng mga tinira niya, yun ba talaga yung pumasok, no? Wild shot there by SHAQ Alanes, but he does have a penchant for knocking those down.
Liu, gustong bumuelo, tumira ng 3. Got it!
Slowly, he is showing everybody else that he is not just a catch and shoot guy. You cannot leave him anymore. If you give him the space, he will definitely launch it.
Takbo agad ang Gensan. ELORDE to the surging Liu.
Looks like he might just try and go get player of the game honors in this one. 5 straight points para sa kanya. He's got 12.
Mukhang gusto niya, Abia.
Mukhang gusto niya eh.
Mukhang gusto niya. Mukhang hindi natin ibibigay, ah.
Dahil maraming beses na maganda yung naging laro niya. Kaso minsan may mas maganda lang talaga na naging laro eh.
Like Nico ELORDE right now with 9. That's his 5th assist. Nico ELORDE, 9 points. Together with 5 assists. Liu has 12 points. And nothing else.
Nothing else. He has 3 assists.
Meron?
Meron.
Cruz, the fadeaway. Gets it to go.
Always love seeing that smooth jumper from the Ant-Man, Mark Cruz.
Ganda, swabe yung jump shot niya. Yung fadeaway na pakanan pa. Tweety Santos gets it to go.
A hand in the face, no problem. Sorela had his hand up trying to challenge that shot. Going back to Mark Cruz, no, it's just a pity na hindi natin nakita sila magkapatid na sabay naglaro, no?
Kaya nga. Legend din yun sa UP.
Oh yeah,
no?
for sure. Marvin Cruz.
Easy. Easy lang, Joel Liu. Humihingi ka pa ng foul, ha?
He's not gonna take his foot off the gas pedal, that's for sure. Especially in a game like this that's really favoring them.
Baltazar.
Oh, that's a
Tulak
push. Yep.
on Sorela. Only the second team foul for Gensan. Third personal on Sorela. Di ba naging sort of taga-Bacolod tong si Liu? Parang naging
Sort of.
Di ba? Naging
Sort
adopted
of.
son ng
Oo.
Bacolod to eh.
Pero originally Cebuano yan.
Oo. So, nalaman niya rin yung word na tikalon.
Lagi na nga niyang ginagamit yan eh.
Oo, lagi niya ginagamit. So, nalaman niya, niya rin, nung nalaman niya yung word na yun, dalas na ginagamit. Yung tikalon, yung sa, Bacolod, yun, Ilonggo, mayabang yun.
Kaya pala niya alam.
Kaya, i-comment sa kanya, di ba? Pag nasa social media niya, makikita mo, post siya, di ba? Post siya, kunwari, best player, ganyan. Panalo sila, nagko-comment dyan. Tikalon. Yan.
Hindi na ako magugulat. The first time I met him, dahil late na yun.
Tikalon siya, tikalon.
Matindi talaga. Ibang klase yung angas.
Joke lang.
Tapos syempre, ang lalim pa ng boses eh. Minsan, syempre, akalain mo, ibang klase talaga yung angas eh. Pero, he's actually a softy inside.
Oh, mabait yan. Masaya lang kami. Napaganda laro mo, Joey Leo. 14 points ka na as Gensan has a 61-34 lead. Back inside the Astrodome in Pasay City, Gensan with a commanding lead against Parañaque as we near the end of the first half. 61-34, 30 seconds remaining. Nabalik pa yung bola dito sa Gensan. Alanes against Hiruta. SHAQ fires a three. That's short. Apreco with a rebound. Gensan can go for the last shot of the second quarter. It's last touch on Marwin Janicio. 6.4 seconds remaining. Baseline inbound. Hiruta to trigger it in. Tambeling, lumapit. The drop to Apreco, masyado masikip. 1.4 remaining.
Good job by Chris Torado to disrupt that play and prevent it from actually happening. That could have been an easy 2 points para kay Felix Apreco.
They will correct the call. They will reverse it.
Oh, dahil sa Torado nga naman talaga yung last touch dun eh.
The referee Maynard Centeno making the correction kay referee Zen Manansala. And that will do it. A quite uneventful first half that was, Javi.
Indeed.
The Gensan Warriors just pouring it on in the first 2 quarters. Particularly this guy right here, Joel Liu, who's been on attack mode as soon as he entered the game.
He's been having his way inside, outside, doesn't really matter. 11 points all in the second quarter. He leads all scorers in this game with 14 points.